All right, now on to the latest, the story that really has had the country talking for days, the murder of the healthcare CEO, United Healthcare's Brian Thompson, the suspect now in case fighting extradition to New York.
And the attorney representing Luigi Mangione says he plans to plead not guilty. Joining us this morning with how cases like this really work in federal criminal court is defense attorney Josh Kolsrud. Good morning, Josh.
Hey, good morning.
Nice to see you again.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on this case initially? I mean, you know, he's fighting extradition back to New York right now, and do you expect that to happen?
Yes, definitely. So right now, Mr. Maggiano is in Pennsylvania, and the New York city prosecutor, Alvin Bragg, is seeking his extradition back to New York. Now, in order to do that, they have to obtain a request from the governor who will sign a certificate, and then they have to put forth some evidence showing that the probable cause exists and that the identity of the person, the shooter, is exactly this person.
Yeah.
Now, the defense is doing something rather clever. They are prolonging the extradition process, and they're doing that because it creates some breathing room before they get to New York so they can kind of plan their strategy. Also, it'll give them time to actually see the discovery in the case. For instance, like the police reports and some of the affidavits.
You know, it's interesting because here we have his attorney. I guess he hired a pretty prominent attorney, not a shock. He's from a prominent, wealthy family there outside of Baltimore. But this attorney is saying, I haven't seen any evidence, you know, that would actually indicate he's the guy. What are the kinds of things that you think the prosecutors will hone in on? We've seen some pictures. There's been a lot of talk about it on social media, but what would be the key elements?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
So I deal with this situation all the time where the government does a great job selling their case to the media. And if you listen to the media, it sounds like this is a slam dunk case. But in reality, it isn't, at least not yet. So right now, you know, we haven't seen any direct evidence that this person, Mr. Maggiano, was the killer, the person who committed the assassination. There's no eyewitness testimony, there's no DNA, there's no fingerprints. What we do have is circumstantial evidence that this person was wearing similar clothing to the person that was seen in the surveillance footage. Now, the one thing that will take away this identity issue is when the police officers arrested Mr. Maggiano, they found a 3D printed handgun and suppressor in his backpack. If the ballistics come back and they show that that gun is the same exact gun that was used in the assassination, then the identity defense is over with. But we don't know that right now. And also, it's interesting that the media keeps talking about the so-called manifesto that this person wrote. Now, they're only taking excerpts of the manifesto, and the reason why they're doing that is because if you read the entire manifesto, which is available online, Mr. Maggiano does not actually say that he is going to assassinate anybody. And he doesn't name Mr. Thompson as the person that needs to be assassinated. So, you know, it's not as easy and clear-cut as the media is making it out to be right now.
Interesting. And I think we have to wrap right now, but I think there is so much to talk about with this case. We could chat for a whole 30 minutes just about social media and how the public is perceiving this person.
If they give us 30 minutes, will you come back?
Yeah.
Absolutely. and it's very concerning.
It is fascinating.
Yes. With how the media is not only the media, but the public, some of the public that, you know, they're looking at this case with sympathy for the killer, for the person that committed the assassination. And this could be a sign for things to come, given the sympathy and support that they have in certain groups in the United States.
All right, we'll have to have you back. Well, Josh, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you guys.
Happy holidays.
Thank
Merry
you.
Christmas.
You too. Thanks, guys.